Hi everyone, it's Tracy Steen of Move Daily Fitness. Actually, today it's Move Daily Nutrition. That's what we're focusing on today. We're looking on how to eat healthy on a budget, and it's coming up right now. Okay, so I have 5 tips on how you can make really good, tasty, healthy meals, but in a less expensive way. I know food's expensive, and if you're on a budget, maybe you're a college student, maybe you're a single parent or on a lower income and you just need to make it healthy but make it less expensive, well, this is the solution for you. So my first tip on making healthy food on a budget is to for sure prepare and make sure that you pick a day to prepare for that. If you can actually sit down on a Sunday and write out what you think you're going to eat for the week, or write out some recipe ideas, that helps in purchasing the correct food so that nothing goes to waste. I like to plan my meals in a calendar and actually look, okay, I'm gonna make extra on Monday night so I can have it for Tuesday lunch. Make extra on Wednesday so I can have it for Thursday and Friday lunch. Batch cooking like that, it's a great idea when you're on a budget. My second tip is to shop for good, inexpensive quality proteins. Hey, here's my list of go-to proteins that don't break the bank. Eggs, most people like eggs. You can eat them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. There's so many ways that you can prep eggs. I love black beans as well if you're vegetarian or vegan. This is a great go-to protein, very high protein content. And if they're on sale, buy multiple cans. Tuna's great. Tuna can be made into casseroles, you can add it to salads, you can make tuna melts and open-faced tuna melt, and it's basically on sale for 99 cents a tin, so you can't go wrong there. Edamame beans, oatmeal, those sorts of things are great options for high quality protein sources. My third tip is do not, whatever you do, buy convenient packaging. It's convenient for a reason. Someone else has put in the time and the effort, and they're getting paid to do it. So the whole cost of that package is going to be more expensive. So things like salads, prepped vegetables, anything in the produce aisle, if it's prepackaged. I even actually saw apples packaged in a 4 little container package. In fact, Japan or China has come up with a one-a-day banana concept. Imagine how much that is going to cost. So I guess you have a really green to totally ripe, then you eat one a day, and they all ripen accordingly. Well, you know what? That's going to be more expensive. You're better off buying the bunch and then freezing whatever you have left over to make smoothies, banana muffins, banana bread, that sort of thing. My fourth tip is to definitely double up when something's on sale. Almost anything freezes well. And if it's a canned good, like lentils, your beans, legumes, that sort of thing, those stay nicely in your pantry, ready for a quick protein at any point. But if it's something like meat that needs to be frozen, or even some vegetables freeze quite well, fruit freezes quite well, like when blueberries are in season. They just actually came out of season right now, and I stocked up. I bought them for, I think it was $3 for one of those huge clamshells. I bought 4 of them and then just froze them. So when produce and items are on sale, protein, that sort of thing, make sure that you buy in bulk in that moment and freeze what you can to use for later. Okay, and my 5th tip, this is one of my favorites, and I do this all year long, is make a hearty soup or a stew. Okay. So my husband thinks that soup is not a meal, like ever, but when I add protein, when I add carbohydrates and vegetables, and it's hearty, yeah, I said hearty, when it's thick and hearty, then he's like, it's the soup that eats like a meal. See that little adage? So I'm actually gonna show you one of my favorite go-to soups that you can incorporate into your meal planning. So it's great because it has lean protein, and I buy like a rotisserie chicken. So you can get a rotisserie chicken for $7, $8. It has sweet potato or yam, your choice there. I bought a yam because they were on sale, 99 cents a pound. So I got this, I'm showing you right now, this big yam for $1.30, okay? So it's huge. I'm gonna use half of that for the soup. The other half I can use for whatever I want during the week. Maybe yam hash browns, yummy. And then it also has kale and almond butter in it. So there's your healthy fat and your vegetables. So that's what I say when you're looking to make a soup or stew that's healthy. Make sure you have all those macronutrients. You want your protein, you want your carbs, you want your healthy fat, and you want it to taste great. This recipe like kicks but it is so delicious. Okay, kicks butt. Like, do recipes kick butt? That was just so weird. I'm gonna show you how to make it. It's super simple. Just grab all your ingredients, throw it in a pot, let it simmer, do its thing, and you are ready for 5 to 6 meals throughout the week. So I think cumulatively, when I tallied up the chicken, the yam, the kale, and the tablespoon of almond butter, when I kind of put all of that together, it's about $12. This recipe is gonna last me 6 meals. And if I was a single gal, I'd have 6 meals out of it. Okay, so that's a lot, and maybe even more than that. But it also freezes really well, so you can make a big bunch of it, freeze it in portions, and then bring it out for your lunches. It's brilliant. All right, so I want you to try it, and here's the recipe now. Okay, pretty basic. Once you have all your ingredients prepped, you're just gonna add everything into the pot, let it simmer for 20 minutes, and then add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so first off we have, pretty simple ingredients. We have 2 garlic cloves chopped, half of an onion, and I've got half of that sweet potato. I've got my rotisserie chicken all shredded there. I left the legs, I just did the breasts on this one. I'll use the legs for something else in a different recipe. 4 cups of bouillon, chicken stock, and I like this organic chicken stock there. It comes in a paste. You just add water. And then of course our kale. So we're gonna add a few other ingredients later, like our ginger and our almond butter, but let's get started with these ones. All right, crank up the heat on your pot. I'm gonna put the potatoes right in there. Onions, everything right in. Sometimes we have to cook those onions first. Not with this recipe. You just throw it all in, let it do its thing for 20 minutes. Okay, and then I've got 4 cups of stock. I'll just add that in. Get that all sloshed around. All right, good. So we're gonna bring that to a boil, let it simmer for 20 minutes, reduce the heat, and then we're gonna go to step number 2. Okay, so I have brought that to a boil. We reduced it a bit. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our chicken. This doesn't have to be pre-cooked. Again, you've used that rotisserie chicken, so in goes our kale, and I've got about 4 cups of kale. Just mush that down in there. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of ginger, okay? So that nice fresh flavor, oh boy, you're gonna love what that tastes like in here. It's weird. Like you think, does ginger go into soup? That's what I think sometimes, but you know what? It tastes really darn good. So probably about a teaspoon or 2 of fresh grated ginger. You don't need it, but it does add. Okay, so we're gonna mush all that down, put the lid back on for 5 minutes, and let that come to a simmer. Okay, your last step then is to add your almond butter. So I've mixed a little bit of the broth in the almond butter just to loosen it up a bit. So add that in. You don't need to cook this, it's just going to flavor up your soup. And also the juice of half a lime. Just gonna squeeze that in there. That lime or lemon in soups and stews really brightens the flavor. Okay, so just give that a stir and we're ready to plate. All right, and your healthy soup or stew is all ready to eat. Look at that, it looks so delicious. Lots of healthy protein, complex carbohydrates, vegetables, healthy fat. Hey, you could also substitute that almond butter out for peanut butter. I've done that before and it works just the same, and it's a little bit less expensive. So I rarely buy things for my kitchen, ask my family. I just like to do without or do with the old things. But I splurged today and got these Epicurean cutting boards. I just tried it. That was my inaugural cutting and it was great. Look how thin they are, dishwasher safe, won't harm knives. Bada bing, bada boom. Those were great. I needed them, I like it. It was smooth. Hey, that's all I have to say, but the link's right below the recipe here. All right, well, those are my 5 tips for you to stay healthy on a budget. Now, I also have a little bonus for you. If you go ahead and click on the link below, that's gonna take you to my website. I have all of what I just said written down, plus a 1-week calendar for you for free that you can take and go, okay, what should I plan for my meals? I'm busy, I'm a college student, I don't have time to think about it. I want someone to do the planning for me. Well, I've done that for you. And if you click on the link below, you're gonna get right there and you'll get that free download for you to figure out exactly how you're going to eat healthy this month. All right, well, thanks for joining in. I appreciate this community so much, and I encourage you to go move daily in your fitness, wellness, and in today, your nutrition.